YouTube, and welcome to Cyprime Productions. I thought I'd do something a little different today. I'm going to be doing a Let's Play of Dawnsbury Days. If you don't know, Dawnsbury Days is an indie game that uses the Pathfinder 2e rule set, or very similar to Pathfinder 2e. There are a few changes in here. I just thought I'd do this. It's completely unscripted. I'm not used to doing videos like this, so I'm sorry if I don't talk extremely well. This isn't scripted, it isn't polished. Dawnsbury Days is a 1 to 4 game, and it's an interesting little take on things. Like I said, it was done with a very indie developed team. It's like $5 on Steam, so it doesn't have great graphics or anything, but I still really enjoy it, and I want to do a Let's Play of it. So let's start a new game. Alright, I have actually played through and beaten this game before, but I'm going to be doing a fresh game. So you can make your own characters however you want them. However, each character's name and gender is already set for you, and some of them, they all have voice acting. They all have voice-acted lines, and some of them, their voice acting is, it reveals something about them. Safi explicitly talks about being a cleric. Tokdar explicitly talks about being an orc. Scarlet and Anacostia are they can be whatever they want. So I'm just going to run through the game. Running with their archetypes, I am going to customize them a little bit to be something that I'm comfortable with, I like. I will say this game is actually pretty hard, even on medium. I've died a couple of times, so I am going to try and power game this a little bit. I'll start with Anacostia. Like I said, her name and her gender identity is set. She has recommended as a neutral good alignment. Here you can actually change up her face. I'm actually going to choose one of these faces for her instead. I'll go with... normally she's got purple hair. Let's see if there's go with this purple hooded person. She starts off as a sorcerer. I'm going to make her a human sorcerer. Versatile heritage. She starts off as a sorcerer. It's not really alluded to much in the video game. There's no voice-acted lines about her being a sorcerer. However, she is described as being the leader of the adventuring party, presumably because she has high charisma because she's a sorceress. Natural leader gives her a bonus to charisma. Class. Actually, you know what? I don't think I'm going to go with sorcerer for her. I will go with psychic. As you can see, these are the classes that are available. Not all classes are available. They renamed investigator to strategist for some reason. I don't know. The reason I'm going sorcerer is I want to change up the subconscious mind to emotional acceptance. This gives her a rechargeable little heal that she can do, which is nice. I like having. And then let's see, which version of this should I go with? I'm going to go with Tangible Dream. If she gets caught in melee, she can actually hit people really hard with imaginary weapons, so I'll go with Tangible Dream. Ability scores, I'm going to do something, let's see, Dexterity and Charisma. Background, Dexterity, and Charisma. Starts with Charisma. Strength, Dexterity, Constitution, and Charisma. This gets her actually pretty good defensively. Skills. She's high Charisma. I'm going to give her Intimidation so she can demoralize. Medicine so that she can heal people. Some of these skills aren't used in the game. Like, for example, Occultism isn't, as you can read there. I will go with... I'll just go with Thievery, why not? Ancestry feat, General Training, Versatile Heritage. I'm going to pick up Armor Proficiency. This only goes up to level 4, so she doesn't need to worry about being an expert in armor. This uses mostly pre-remaster rules, by the way. The only remaster rule I've seen is there is the swap item action, which lets you swap out an item for a new item. Cantrips. You know what? I'm actually gonna... Oh, she has the shield spell. Needle Darts has a range of 60 feet. That's really nice. Telekinetic Projectile lets you do a bunch of different types of damage. Needle Darts. You know what? I also like Haunting Him. That's a nice area effect attack, so I can hit multiple people. Spoiler alert, there's a lot of orcs in this game, and they all have ferocity, and that's really annoying because you have to hit somebody twice in order to take them down. So if you don't hit them and then they get their turn, they get their ferocity back, which is really annoying. So being able to do like 2 damage after an orc has ferocity, really nice. Alright, and she gets 1 level 1 spell, Soothe, standard. Another general training feat, she's going to be in the front, or if she is, she's going to need Toughness. Alright, and Shopping. Alright, she is proficient in simple weapons, being a psychic, so I'll give her a Morning Star, which is a simple weapon. And then, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and give her a full-on steel shield. And then, because she's got the strength and the dexterity for it, studded leather armor, which is going to bring her up to pretty darn decent AC. And then we can pick up a couple scrolls of Soothe. You can see your gold pieces down here. And that's done for her. Scarlet is supposed to be our rogue, and I think she's an elf in the base game, and there's no reason to change that. I'll make her an elf. I'll make her a desert elf. One of the things I don't like about this game is that they don't have the optional rule to have any 2 ability boosts and no ability flaws like a human. They kind of have it in that you can choose your heritage. You can sacrifice your heritage to have that, but at that point, just make a human, right? So I kind of wish they had done something else with that, but whatever. Alright, so background, she's Quiet Explorer. That's... anytime you see this green book, that means recommended. So Quiet Explorer is recommended for Scarlet, because that's what her character is. And then I'm going to grab Rogue, and everybody's favorite Thief Racket. You know, I'd love to make a different rogue, but Dex to damage is just so good. Ability scores, she starts off with strength, she starts off with dexterity and charisma, being an elf. I think base elves are supposed to start off with dexterity and intelligence. I could be wrong. Anyway, so penalty to Constitution, I'm going to balance that out with a bonus to Constitution. Dexterity and Constitution again, and then for her for free, Strength, Dexterity, Constitution, and we'll go Charisma up to 14. That seems like a pretty good spread. We need Thievery, because there's actually, I don't think there's any traps in this game, but there are things you use Thievery on. And Intimidation, Deception, Athletics, Medicine to heal people, Stealth, and why not Religion? Alright, for these, I could grab Elven Weapon Familiarity. She is a pre-remaster rogue, so she doesn't have proficiency in all martial weapons yet. However, I'm just going to go for the Nimble Elf and start her off with a 35-foot move speed. Alright, and for her rogue feat, I'm going to go with Twin Fate. And that means she's going to be 2-weapon wielding. Alright, so we'll just pick up 2 short swords for her. Now, she doesn't have any spells, so I want to pick up a ranged option for her, so a short bow. As you can see, longbow is out along with, like, trident and dog slicer, so... yeah, this is definitely pre-remaster. And then I'll just give her leather armor. And she's got a few things left, so we can grab some minor healing potions. And she is good to go. Alright, Tok'dar. Now, Tok'dar is supposed to be an orc. Let's see what we can do for him. You know what? The game actually, again, spoiler alert, gives you a fair number of arcane scrolls, and Tok'tar is supposed to be a big fighty type orc, but I also want to be able to use the arcane scrolls, so you know what, I'm going to make him an orc. And for his background, I'm going to take Ward of Dawnsbury, which it suggests, which has a bonus of either intelligence or wisdom. And for class, I'm actually going to go Magus. And I'm actually going to go Inexorable Iron. That's wielding those big two-handed weapons. Laughing Shadow does teleport, that's great. And it gives you a bonus to speed, but I want to do this big, hitting people with great swords kind of thing. Ability scores, strength, and we're going to need intelligence for our Magusness. Background, strength, and intelligence. Boost to strength, and then strength, dex, constitution, and intelligence. You know what? I don't think I need a 16 intelligence for a Magus. All my spells are going to be attacks. I'm going to go constitution just to give me some few extra hit points, because I'm an 8 hit point class as a Magus. Alright, Arcana, Athletics, 2 more, let's see here. Intimidation, although he's going to have terrible intimidation because his charisma's pretty bad. And why not go acrobatics, why not? Ancestry feat, I could gain orc ferocity. That's pretty good. Like I said, this game can get pretty tough in some fights, so having orc ferocity to keep you up once a day is pretty good. Shop and inventory. Alright, since we're Inexorable Iron, I want to get a big old honkin' weapon. You know what? I'm gonna go with a scythe. D10, deadly D10. That's pretty good damage. There is no heavy pick in this game, sadly, I don't think. I don't see one. I'm tempted to go with the Earthbreaker, just for there's something I know that's coming up at I think in Adventure 2, but you know what, I'll just go with the scythe. I'll pretend like I don't know. Chainmail, need a ranged option, so he has enough money. I'll give him a longbow. 14 out of 15 GP, great. That's a start. Oh, I need to choose his spells. Alright, so he gets a bunch of cantrips and then one level 1 spell. I'll get shield since he doesn't use a shield. Electric Arc is just phenomenal. It's really good. Produce Flame, Ray of Frost, and you know what? I'm going to go with Needle Darts, just so that I have a big 60-foot range option. Well, you know what? Since I do have... yeah, I'll go with that. For my level 1, I think Hydraulic Push. Just, it's an attack that does 3d6 damage on top of my big old weapon. I think that's probably it. Oh, still incomplete. What did I forget? Oh, which orc? 12 hit points in Die Hard or Intimidating Glare. He doesn't have a great charisma. I did pick up Intimidation. He doesn't have a great charisma. Die Hard. Alright, last one. Safi, like I said, he explicitly references being a cleric. I'm actually going to make him a half-elf, just so that we have a different ancestry. I could make him a dwarf, but he's not very dwarfy. Protege of Dawnsbury is his recommended. Class Cleric. You know what? I am actually going to go ahead and choose the Unquenchable Inferno. Edicts, be prepared, battle your enemies, learning. And these edicts and anathemas, these deities are created, especially from the game. This game does not take place in Galarian, because it can't use Galarian lore. That's not part of Paizo's open gaming thing. So these edicts and anathema are just roleplay. They don't come up in the game. But I really do like it, so let's go strength and wisdom, and then strength, dexterity, wisdom. As you can tell, I'm going to make him a battle cleric. Oh, constitution as well. He gets a massive 2 skills, and then athletics, so we're going to choose religion, even though it doesn't matter, religion doesn't come up very much, and medicine. And then his ancestry feat, I'm going to choose general training to get a general feat, doctrine, war priest, divine font, healing, healing, very important in this game. And then for my general training, I'm going to pick up heavy armor proficiency. Remember, this only goes to level 4, so we don't need to worry about being an expert in armor. So he's actually proficient in the Earthbreaker because that's what the Inferno god makes him proficient in. And while he starts off with heavy armor proficiency, we can't afford it. Down here at 18 GP, we start with 15, so I'm just going to get chainmail for now, and then as soon as I get the ability to buy some more armor, I will. We will need I'm just get a normal crossbow for him, and then he doesn't have enough money to buy his any spells or anything. This uses, like I said, this is pre-remaster, so since he has 10 charisma, he only gets 1 extra bonus healing spell, so I'm just going to load him up on healing spells. As much as I want to throw in spells like Bless or Burning Hands, heal is the way to go. Divine Lance is actually really good in this game, as you can choose the alignment that you target with Divine Lance, so that's really fun. So, you can choose to make your Divine Lance do chaotic or anything. Also, most of the enemies you almost all of the enemies you fight are evil, therefore Divine Lance good against evil works just fine. Shield spell, because he's using a two-handed weapon. Needle darts, again, that 60-foot attack range, really good. Disrupt Undead, there's a fair number of undead in the game. Disrupt Undead works really well. And then, I'm going to go with, it's either Haunting Him or Stabilize. I already have these attack cantrips. Stabilize, pretty good. Yeah, I'll do... Oh, you know what? I'll do Needle Darts and Stabilize. Alright. Alright, let's get started. And here's the narration I'll let it play.
Our point of light, plain, floating through the endless void, bearing a blossoming civilization. Until 7 years ago, when during a single night, thousands upon thousands of rocks and stones smashed into the surface of our point of light. This was the night of the shooting stars, and the beginning of this latest time of danger and turmoil. The night passed, but its consequences did not. From the rocks that fell onto the western reaches emerged otherworldly monsters who began to conquer and consume our lands. The king mobilized, and we assembled great armies for the first time since ages to hold the line against these outsiders. We have been only partly successful. A front line emerged between the demons in our lands, and the war came to a stalemate, with men and women siphoned off to the kingdom to reinforce the defensive line, leaving precious few to protect towns like Dawnsbury from the more ordinary threats of marauding orcs and kobolds. Perhaps worse still, the volcano in the corner of the world has started erupting with a terrifying regularity. The citizens of Dawnsbury are afraid, and time has come for heroes to take up the burden of responsibility and save this town from the sinister clouds gathering over it.
I will say that is actually some pretty darn good voice acting from this super indie developed game. I really like it. The voice acting, if you know Quest for the Golden Candelabra, that was the precursor to this game, and the first quest in Dawnsbury Days is the Quest for the Golden Candelabra, but it's been redone. The voice acting lines have been re-recorded. The icons have been upgraded. So the art is still not fantastic, but it's better than it was. So here we go. Let's I'm just going to run the first game today, the first fight. and that will probably be it. And then for the next time I upload, it'll probably go down to the elements of crime, or the rest of the first adventure. So we're fighting on medium. Here we go.
And if you encounter any undead, remember they are weak to positive energy.
So we'll cast Heal on them, using all 3 actions so we hit all of them at once. Right, Roderick?
Really, really good use of exposition here to also help the player know about how to play the game and fight and stuff.
Yes, I don't think there will be any undead, but the temple with the candelabra has been abandoned for 7 years, and you know how these things go. And kobolds have been swarming in the woods lately. If they ambush you, they will likely attempt to flank you.
So we will focus them one by one to reduce their numbers. We know all this, Elder. You trained us well, and we are ready to prove our worth. Give us your blessing, and we will go.
Really, really fun. Another great use of exposition to encourage the player to do focus firing in Pathfinder.
Blessing? But Roderick isn't a cleric. Only clerics can cast Bless.
That is untrue, Safi. You could be a divine sorcerer, which are in this game.
Even so, I agree with Tokdar. We are ready, Roderick.
I know you are. Then I will waste your time no longer. Dawnsbury 4. Your quest is to find and retrieve the Golden Candelabra, an ancient artifact that protected our town for generations. Go to the abandoned temple to the east and descend into the sanctum. Find the candelabra, take it, and come back. Dawnsbury depends on you, and you are ready. Good luck.
We'll make you proud, Roderick.
The abandoned temple is 10 miles east.
Then let's leave now,
I'm sorry.
friends. My
Accidentally
blade
hit the
thirsts
mouse.
for victory.
Are we really going on a real quest? Just the 4 of us?
Of course, Safi. We are the Dawnsbury 4. We're adventurers now.
Wait! I hear something. 2 small humanoids approaching through the undergrowth from the east.
Bah, so you saw our ambush. No matter. We will defeat you, and then I will become the new battle leader.
2 kobold warriors, untrained, poorly equipped. My assessment? Trivial threat.
That's a fun inside joke because this is a trivial encounter, so it is a trivial threat. I got you. I saw you, Dawnsbury 4.
Look at yourself, pitiful creature. You are frail and outnumbered. Flee now, or you will die here.
Gah! We not listen to stupid orc. We fight!
Very well then. We fight. Places, everyone, just like we rehearsed. Let's show these brigands what the Dawnsbury 4 can do.
All right, so here we go. You get to see your... like I said, graphics are not super stellar, but they definitely work, especially for what they're trying to do here. And for a $5 game, this is fantastic. As you can see, you have your initiative list here. One thing they do is they give you the entire stat block. You don't have to roll a knowledge check to know about them. And for learning Pathfinder, that's actually really good because you can check everything out. So that's one of the small changes I talked about where this isn't technically all Pathfinder 2e, but it shows you what they have so you can plan accordingly. Alright, so Safi here is a cleric. I'm going to have him just move forward and then cast Divine Lance. And like I said, despite the fact that Safi is good, he can use Divine Lance for any type, but these are evil kobolds, so... And of course I missed. Alright, and Tokdar, you know what you're going to do is you're going to run over here, and we are going to Spell Strike. Why not? Produce Flame. Alright, so I did 20 damage to him, and he had 8 hit points. Good. Good, Tokdar. Good. No kill like overkill. Alright, Scarlet's going to run up. And then whenever you have a cool ability like Twin Feint or something, it shows up here on your main actions bar. So she can just grab Twin Feint, and she sneak attacks for 13 and kills him.
Detect no more enemies in the area.
We won, Scarlet!
Excellent work, team. Now, let's rest a little.
In between each fight, you
offer
do
the
get
abandoned
to
temple.
refill all your hit points because it's assumed you medicine up for like an hour. And you also recover all your focus points. So that's a nice thing. They call it a medium rest in here, but that's a nice thing. Oh, and over here you get to see all the combat logs. So, and then as soon as you win, it will show you your progress on the adventure path over here. So, the first quest was what we just did, medium rest. This one is a little hard, but you can actually go down to this adventure path, hit party, and it will show you all the loot you have and have yet to assign. So we're going to give healing potions to Tokdar and Safi, and then the bark skin potion to Tokdar. I rarely end up using these consumables. Everybody's inventory is completely full by these consumables by the time I'm done. Alright, so that's it for today. Just getting the first fight out of the way and character creation. I hope to continue this sometime later. I'm just going to go save my game now. Alright. I hope to see you all guys. I hope to see all of you guys later, and I hope you like this new Let's Play.